Mm.
Hello everyone, I'm Tejasvi. I'm here with my group mates Banu, Faisal, Surendra, Sai Vikas, Harshavardhan, and Shivashankar. We are here to present you about the cloud computing basics, scenario, and everything, including the use cases. So, when we define the cloud computing is a technology that allows users to access and use computing services such as servers, storage, databases, networking software over the internet. User can access everything they need from any location in world over the network. Users can rent computational resources from the cloud, which enables database access. Instead of owning and maintaining your own database, it's like using powerful computer infrastructure to store your data. And then cloud computing reference architecture. So in it, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, which we call as NIST, Cloud Computing Reference Architecture defines five major performers. It is cloud provider, cloud carrier, cloud broker, cloud auditor, and cloud consumer. Each performer is an object that contributes in a transaction or method and or performs task in cloud computing. So here is the conceptual reference model. We have the five pillars, including these cloud consumer, cloud auditor, cloud provider, cloud broker, and cloud carrier, in which these pillars are maintaining the whole cloud computing the scenario. In which, and my friend here we have Banu who will take over that to explain you about the cloud provider and everything in front of us.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to explain the first topic, that is the cloud provider. As you see, the cloud provider, it is an organization that offers cloud computing services and solutions online. It is sometimes referred to as cloud service provider. These services include platform services, software programs, and other computer resources, in addition to infrastructure resources like servers, storage, and networking. Large data centers run by cloud providers are furnished with the hardware and software required to host and administer these services. Popular examples of the Google cloud providers are GCP, Microsoft Azure, and Amazon Web Services. Here you can see a picture of cloud provider and its services. They are service deployment, service orchestration, cloud service management, security, and privacy. And coming to the next slide. Let's go to the cloud service models. The first one is the IaaS. It states infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service provides deliver virtualized computing resources via the internet. Virtual machine storage and networking capabilities are typical examples of these resources. Clients pay for the storage space or the virtual servers that they will really utilize. They may supply and manage these resources as needed. AWS EC2, Microsoft Azure virtual machines, and Google Compute Engines are few instances of the IaaS providers. And coming to the next slide, we are talking about the next provider, that is software as a service, which is SaaS. SaaS companies offer software programs on a subscription basis via the internet. It is not necessary for users to install or update the software locally in order to access these apps using an online browser or an API. Like, for example, email, collaboration tools, customer relationship management, CRM, and the enterprise resource planning ERP are the few of the many features that SaaS apps provide. Dropbox, Google Workspace, Microsoft 365, Salesforce are few SaaS vendors. And coming to the next one, the third service provider, it is a platform as a service. Platform as a service, it provides users access to the platform so that they may create, execute, and maintain applications without worrying about the supporting infrastructure. Databases, middleware, and the development frameworks are the few examples of the tools and the service that PaaS often offers for the application development, deployment, and administration. Heroku, Google App Engine, and Microsoft App Services are the few examples of PaaS vendors. And here the picture shows the different providers, IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS, which consisting of the where we can manage applications, data, runtime, middleware, OS, and virtualization, servers, storage, and networking. It shows how IaaS can manage and what can be managed by user and what can be managed by cloud service provider. Whereas in platform as a service, we can manage applications and data. Whereas in infrastructure as a service, we can manage applications, data, runtime, middleware, OS, and virtualization, server, storage, networking are they managed by the cloud provider. When it comes to the software as a service, all these are managed by the cloud service providers. And let us learn some responsibilities of these cloud providers. And coming to the first one, it is a service deployment. Service deployment refers to the process of making a cloud-based service available and accessible to the users. It involves configuring and provisioning the necessary resources such as the virtual machine, storage, and networking components to host and run the service. And next comes the service orchestration. Service orchestration involves coordinating and managing the deployment, configuration, and interconnection of multiple cloud services to deliver a unified solution or application. And then comes the third one, the cloud service management. The cloud service management encompasses the activities and the processes involved in administrating, monitoring, optimizing cloud-based services throughout their lifecycle. And the remaining are the security and privacy. Security is the main thing. Security in the context of cloud computing involves protecting cloud-based services and also the data and the infrastructure from unauthorized access, data breaches, and other security threats. So security plays a main role. And coming to the privacy, the last one, the privacy refers to the protection of individuals' personal data and information from unauthorized access, use, and disclosure. And now the next topic will be explained by my teammate.
So the cloud carrier and whatever the topics we remind will be explained by my teammate Surendra.
Cloud carrier, the intermediary that facilitates connectivity and cloud service transport between cloud service providers and cloud users. When cloud providers establish service level agreement SLA with a cloud carrier, a consistent level of services is rendered. Customers can obtain services from cloud carriers via networks, telecommunications, and additional access devices. Cloud users, for instance, can access cloud services via network connected devices like PCs, laptops, smartphones, mobile internet devices, MIDs, and so on. And coming to next slide, cloud broker. The cloud broker is like an intermediary role and service optimization and integration and management. Coming to intermediary role, serves as a go-between for cloud service providers and customers, easing talks and transactions. While coming to service optimization, assists customers in choosing the best cloud services depending on their needs, maximizing the features, performance, and pricing. And management monitors and support numerous cloud services continuously in addition to helping with their smooth integration. While coming to next slide, cloud auditor, an entity that can conduct independent assessment of cloud services, security, performance, and information systems, operations of the cloud implementations. Cloud auditor can make an assessment of the security controls in the information system to determine the extent to which the controls are implemented correctly, operating as planned, and constructing the desired outcome with respect to meeting the security necessities for the system. There are three major roles of cloud auditor which are mentioned below: security audit, privacy impact audit, performance audit. Cloud consumer, the end user who uses or browses the services offered by cloud service provider CSP and establishes service agreements with the cloud provider is known as a cloud consumer. Service level agreements or SLAs are used by cloud users to outline the technical performance needs that a cloud provider must meet. A cloud provider may also include a list of restrictions or guidelines as well as duties in the SLAs that cloud users must agree to. Service level agreements, which are like a cloud consumer can choose any cloud provider with better terms and pricing at the direction in a mature market. Coming to next slide, here you can see the example services available to a cloud consumer in the picture: SaaS consumer and PaaS consumer and IaaS consumer. Here you can see the cloud computing use cases, which are like, well, coming to next slide. scalable web applications. There are like scenario web application must be swiftly deployed by a new business and scale fast in response to a demand fluctuations. The solution for the scenario is like without having to make an upfront investment in physical hardware, the business may use cloud infrastructure like IaaS to install its application on virtual servers and scale resource up or down to handle traffic surges. And second one is like data backup and disaster recovery. The scenario for this is like in the event of a hardware malfunction or a natural disaster, an organization needs to guarantee the availability and protection of its vital data, like important data of the users. Like the solution for this is like utilizing cloud storage services like Azure, Blob Storage, or AWS S3. The company may minimize downtime and data loss by securely backing up its data to offsite locations and putting in place strong disaster recovery plans. And next, like AI and machine learning applications. The scenario for this is like an organization dedicated to research want to create and implement AI and machine learning models without having to shell out cash for specialist infrastructure or privacy gear. The solution for this is like by using cloud-based AI platforms such as Azure Machine Learning or Google AI Platform, business may quickly design, train, and deploy machine learning models by having access to pre-built AI services and scale computing resources. These are like single cloud, multiple clouds, and multiple clouds. It's like a scenario for this. There are 4 scenarios for single cloud and 3 scenarios for multiple cloud serially and one at a time. And simultaneously, more than one at a time is like one scenario. Here we can see the whole scenarios of the single cloud, multiple clouds, and multiple clouds simultaneously, more than one at a time.
So this is everything about the cloud computing we learned as so far as of now. And the main motto and at the end of the day is it is the on-demand availability of computer system resources and especially data storage or computing power without direct to active management by the user. So we can manage and store, or else we can helpful with the users so that they can access on the on scale demand, so that they can reduce their availability, or so they can improve their availability on scale. And these are the providers AWS and Google and whatever they are, Microsoft Azure. They are the providers which are now on the days booming very much, so that they can provide the users very easily. And at the end of the day, the motto is that to provide on-demand availability of computer system sources. This is our explanation about everything, and including the cloud computing use cases and every scenario in present situations of the computer systems. Thank you.